scan the sport far and wide, from battles over racks of ribs to numerous bells, representation of animals and multiple weapons, but you know a rivalry is a rivalry when the fight is over a brass spittoon. Welcome everyone to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Michigan State Spartans offense will come out first. Sparty bit his nails all the way down to his cuticles, but pulled out a victory the last time they saw the Hoosiers.
And this rivalry goes back a long way, but Michigan State, man, this is kind of the story of the rivalry, right? They find a way to get it done, win the game. It was a close game, Jesse. Indiana fought, but Michigan State does what they do in this series, and they took care of business.
It was so physical, you're right. The players just looked exhausted, but they still had enough juice left to hold up the old brass spittoon at the end of the day. They want to do that again.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got a man in the middle. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the move. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. So now it's 2nd and long. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Got him downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. This time they'll go to the running game. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. This quarterback part of their running game.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Under fire! And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that's a good response by this defense. They gave up some yards, obviously some plays, more than they wanted to, but when it got to the area in the scoring zone, in the area where it really matters, nice job on 3rd down, getting the sack, and possibly forcing the field goal.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early. Playing at home, they want to get the crowd into it. So you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal. You knock it through the uprights. You've got the lead. Everything right now looking good.
So the Indiana Hoosiers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Dave.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move.
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Use the play fake, now to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Working that left side now. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Wilcox. Quickly to the tight end. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got a man, it's Proctor. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Proctor. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be fourth down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Smashes it between the uprights. And the 3-ball gives us a tie.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Reads it, fires complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The pull and throw off the RPO. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. He'll go to the sneak. There are many brass spittoons, most of them quite common, but none quite as famous as the old brass spittoon. The trophy itself, first created for this series in 1950.
This has been a great rivalry in the Big Ten. I know they went to different divisions. This was a protected cross-division rivalry for a little while. It isn't anymore. They don't play every single year, but when they do meet up, David, it's must-watch TV.
And I think the coolest part about this rivalry is the trophy. And Reese admitted it. He usually doesn't do that. He's usually always on top of all of these details, but he kind of missed it. Back in 1950, Michigan State students were trying to make it more exciting, so they went by this store and basically bought a $25 trophy, an old brass spittoon. It's kind of gross, it's kind of nasty, but it's kind of awesome.
They're working that left side. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards, added up for a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Out out of the gun. They'll run it inside. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Spartans are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. It is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by a field goal over Florida State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Fires to the big fella. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a man, it's Wilcox. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed behind the line, it's Stokes. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They booted away on 4th down. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Complete to the right. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white. Find the complementing quarterback to this offense.
Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He's got his man across the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. On 1st down from their own 22. They think there's room to run to the right here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking downfield, it's Wilcox. Rushes on him. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays, stopping the physical ground game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, the running back has it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Give to the single back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Calls his own number.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Second down coming up. He'll take it himself. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Caught behind the line. It's Darnold. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He'll run it again. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. He splits the uprights. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out for it.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Gets rid of it. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Back to throw, it's Wilcox. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Give to the running back. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Fires one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
You know, to a lot of people, it's just a brass spittoon. But to these teams, it means so much more, and it sure looks like it so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. Guys, gotta love when the brass spittoon is up for grabs. Let's get things back to you.
The Spartans will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Boom. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up. You told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Back to pass, it's Wilcox. Makes the catch, it's Proctor. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Hoosiers will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work, 4th time he's punted tonight. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. He'll do it himself. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. And the Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the ground. He's got it again. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Here's the handoff. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down. They want to run this quarterback.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
How about this? These guys are going for two. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab in the end zone for the two as they extend the lead. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Off the bootleg and rolling out. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Wilcox. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by a field goal over Florida State. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Bringing the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Finds space on the right. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Clock winds inside a minute to play here in the third. The give to the single back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Takes a hit as he fires. Wide open downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. We've reached the break, and Michigan State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down will open up the final period. Tight end now in motion. Off play action on first down. Oh no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And how about the defense coming through in the clutch? You're up. You want to maintain that lead. You've given up a bunch of yardage. What do? You bow your neck, create the turnover, get the ball back to the offense. Offense, go do your job. We're going to win this football game.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. First play of the drive, it's the end around. Sweet cut there. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Spartans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Jet sweep trying to turn the corner. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. And the Spartans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Handoff to the lone back. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt. You cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Wilcox. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
And the Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Swings it out to his running back. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll try the run. Turning it on. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the defender. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds the tight end. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. And the Spartans decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And nobody able to handle that punt, and they'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The give to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on 3rd down. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Looking to pass. It's Wilcox. Finds his big tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Looking to throw again. Dangerous screen into traffic. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on them. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fakes the grab. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Under fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. He'll keep it himself. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got his man. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, they're running 4 verticals down the field, and the quarterback's just hoping one of those matchups can win. But you got to give the defense credit. They were ready for it on the back end, and that is a massive interception late in this game with the score so close.
Huge interception. The 2-minute drill a lot of times decides the football game. And this defense, man, you could tell they were ready for 4 verts. They played deep. They read the quarterback's eyes. They break on the football, and they probably end this football game.
And they'll take a knee. So Michigan State beats Indiana to claim the old brass platoon, and that coveted trophy will reside on the banks of the Red Sea. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.